Hello, everybody. Doing all right. Just getting my day started. Doing a little SEO for my own website. Then I'm gonna do some for my clients. I got the wrong chat box set up right now. I need to fix that. There we go. Much better. All right. Okay, let's check the analytics while we wait. And Search Console. Chase, you please go live with link building, like exactly how you create profile, bookmarking, article submissions. So I don't actually do link building, unfortunately. Can't help you much there. Sorry to say. The traffic went up a little bit, 20%. This post went up, which is cool. Ranking on the first page for SEO tools list. It's pretty good. Huh. That's pretty cool. We're gonna bring open the template. TOS and privacy policy needs to be added to the footer. Let's just do that really quick. Review on Sitebulb. Chase, I think you've been using it for 1 week now. I guess I wanted to know the advantages. Yeah, so I mean, I wanted to do a comparison to Screaming Frog and other tools. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I like it for a couple reasons. One, it gives you comparison data to the implementations you've been doing, like before and after. And also, it's a little bit more like comprehensive. It gives you a lot more data than most tools. So, in comparison to Screaming Frog, I still like Screaming Frog for the export feature and being able to put that into my template. But other than that, I really like Sitebulb. I think Sitebulb's really good. I think they're both good. I think Screaming Frog and Sitebulb are both pretty good tools to have even together. I'll show you why in this audit in a little bit as well. Okay. So I think in Divi to add the footer, we just have to go to Divi theme options. Hello FX, what's going on? Trying to find the footer in Divi. It might be in the theme customizer actually. I think it is. Footer, bottom bar. There it is. Now we actually don't want the... Do we? Do we want it there? I guess that's fine. Let's go find those 2 pages. We go to pages. Hey Chase, quick question. So I created a new site and registered the property on the search console. I was under the impression that I had to create 4 of the WWs and non-WWWs. For some reason, one of the sites can fetch my sitemap. Is that normal? Oh, only 1. I mean, it sounds probably like something that's happening with the new search console. You should be able to fetch it, but honestly, I only add the main property these days. I don't think it's really necessary to add all 4 anymore, but that's just me. I wouldn't worry too much about only as long as the sitemap that is linked to the main version of your site that's being indexed, then that would be the best thing. If it's not, then you want to look into that. Okay, terms of service. Okay, terms and conditions and terms of service. Which one? Oh, this is the affiliate page. I'll just no index that because I don't think we need that there. So what is your honest opinion on PBNs? My honest opinion, I think they're kind of a waste of time. But I think they also probably work for some people. I just don't know if it's the best sort of thing that you should be spending your time on. I think there's a lot more stuff in terms of just marketing in general that you could do instead of, you know, building PBN links and then hoping your pages rank. That's just me. you please go live with link building, like exactly how you create profile. Everybody asks about this. I don't do link building. It's just how it is, dude. I go back, add this page. Put a title and meta just so it doesn't look like I'm missing one. And a quick tip is if you don't know what title or what meta description to use for the page, just copy the first like paragraph of, or the first like words of the text on the content and just use that as your meta, because Google usually pulls that anyways. Okay, so now I'm gonna just take that link, copy it here, link there. Bring it over. And now we have to find the HTML version of our sitemap. I don't know if we have one. Let's see. Sitemap.html. We don't. So let's go get one of those going. We'll go to plugins, add new. Also, do you think it's relevant to create Web 2.0s these days? I give a link to main site, basically creating Web 2.0s in tier 1. So again, I don't do any of that stuff. I know people do this stuff, but these are questions that I've been getting asked for almost like 3 years now, and it's always the same response. I don't think it's worth the time. How good it helped you after creating industry pages, for example, roofing SEO pages? It didn't. And the reason for it is because they're not... I had somebody create the content, and it wasn't the right content. Like, it was supposed to be like more case study type stuff, and it was just like random words put onto a page. It was a waste of money. So if you're gonna make content, I always say try to figure out what the intent is in the first place, what people are trying to find, because Google's able to figure out if people are gonna be satisfied with the content or not, even before they rank you. All right, so now we're gonna go add new. Find HTML sitemap. And this one will probably work. Activate. And now if we go here, chaseturner.com, we should get an HTML sitemap. Wait for it. It hasn't activated yet. Oh, what sitemap will you create today? Check out the live demo. So can I just... I don't care what it looks like, really. Oh, this is the different ways you can have it look. This is fine. Oh no, I want a full sitemap. Why is there... Okay, yeah, pages. Here we go. So I think this is what we want. So does this plugin only give you what the plugin will look like if you buy it? But it says it's free? This is kind of annoying. Oh, no, this is the free. So you have to just put it on a page. Let me see if I can just put this on A new page. How good it help? Oh, sorry. Can you give me link to your Facebook group? Yeah, sure. Oh. Alright, let's try this out, see if it works. Here we go. So do sitemaps, are they just pages, or I feel like they should have some sort of hierarchy? Display a list of groups grouped by category. I feel like that's how it's supposed to be. Let's see. You're most welcome, Soma. So this is all blogs. See, this isn't really what I wanted. When I get a plugin, I usually just want it to be like plug and play, where you get the sitemap and it's all it is. Just makes it for you. So the fact that they're calling this simple, I don't think is very true. So we'll delete that one and try to find a different one. Type in HTML sitemap again. And here we go, hierarchical sitemap. That's what we want. This is the one I used before, I think it was this one. Both XML and HTML. But we already have the Yoast sitemap, so I guess it's not too big of a deal. Let's try it now, sitemap.html. Is it not going to do it? You need to add the HTML map shortcode to add any page. Okay, so we'll add it to this page and we'll see if it works. What is all these arrows? Kind of weird, dude. And again, this is just showing posts. It's not showing with just post links. Okay, this is really annoying. All right, I'm just gonna use that other one, and I guess I'll just disable the Yoast one and then set up the new one in Search Console. So get rid of that. Add new. Install that. Activate. Now, I don't know what's going to happen if Yoast already has its sitemap active in here. Because this is the new sitemap, I believe. And then the other one with Yoast is sitemap underscore index.xml, I believe. Yeah. So maybe, just maybe we can disable the HTML version since we already have it on Yoast. Or we could just redirect it, I believe. Yeah, we'll just redirect it. So sitemap.xml to the new URL, which is that one. Now let's see if it still does it. Okay, now it redirects. Now I just have to see if the HTML version works. And there it is. Perfecto. I wonder if you can make it so that I guess you can't really make it if for the like thank you pages to get not indexed, but I don't know how you get around that. Whatever, it's probably fine. Okay, so we got to take that link attribute, clone it, and then take the new URL, put it in there, and do HTML sitemap. And then bring it up here. Okay, looks good. So we'll just publish that. And now we can cross that one off our list. Now what I'll do is I'm gonna put another column here to the right, just to remember what it was fixed. So that just got fixed right there. Oops. Now I'll get rid of all these greens because we're not going to be fixing those. Okay. HTML sitemap and footer, we fixed that one too. Paginated URLs missing relnex prev canonicals. I believe we fixed that. So you can see in Siteball a bunch of stuff was fixed since the last crawl. I'm gonna get some tea, guys. I'll be right back. All right. Where were we? Trying to find the rel next rel prev issues. There we go. So categories are missing rel next prev tags. Why? Oh. There's not more than... There's not enough content in them. That's why. That's fine though. Yeah. So that's good to go. Okay, so this weird Facebook thing's still getting indexed somehow. Some of these paginated pages are still getting picked up. Are they getting picked up from the homepage? No. Well, I don't know where those are getting picked up from, so I think we're just gonna have to skip that because there's nothing we can do there. So we'll just skip that. But as far as these other weird Facebook app ID stuff getting indexed or crawled somehow, I'm just gonna skip it because I mean there's not that many issues, so I'm just gonna say whatever. Keyword mapping. Okay, so for keyword mapping, really we have two stages. We have the stage of mapping the existing keywords and then mapping the new keywords. As far as mapping the existing keywords, we kind of already have them here. We just really have to assign pages to them. So change this to page. And I think we're going to stick with the ones that kind of line up here. Like this. SEO Techniques 2018. Just going to filter by that. If you guys don't remember how this was exported, it was all through Search Console. It's pretty easy. I just assigned a little bit of conditional formatting there. There's that. Let's try link building. So this doesn't even really exist anymore. Last 28 days at least. When were we getting clicks for that? So we were consistently ranking for that for a while. Or no, we weren't. Yeah, we were. But why is it showing that we're getting average position there with 229 clicks if we're not? Where did that come from? Like the last year instead? It's last 6 months. Let's do last. Last year, I guess. Here we go. So that was coming from this article. I don't know what's going on with this article. It's just site can't be reached. Oh, what the heck? Look at this. Look at that link right there. Came from the wrong link. It has like chase reverse right there. How is that even possible? Oh, it redirects to the wrong link. That's what wound up happening. One of the redirects got put in wrong. And we were ranking for link building 2018. Can you believe that? I don't know who put that in. If it was me, then I messed up. But I think somebody else put that in wrong during the migration. Let's go check EPS settings, EPS redirects. Okay, so chaserunner.com, SEO link building. Now let's see if that's the wrong. That's the right one. Edit. Post. So that should redirect to the right one. This one right here. But again, that's going to take us back to the other one, I'm sure. There must be a redirect chain happening or something, because otherwise I don't think it'd be taking this long to load. Oops. I don't know what I just deleted, but whatever. Well, I want to know where the heck that's coming from. I can't get into this post. Okay, now I can get into this post. So it says P. This is the preview page. Oh, is it because it's in draft mode or something? So was this the actual... Yeah, that was the post, I think. There it is. So publish. Now, one of the things that we do need to remember is that all this stuff that I'm going to be moving over for 2018, or that I have at 2018 right now, is going to be moved over to 2019 pretty soon. So we should probably start doing that ASAP. Leave a note. Okay, so that's back up. There's not much we can do there because, you know, it's not going to be ranking for a while, but we can still put the page there, I suppose, if it works now. Still taking forever to load for some reason. I wonder if it's because of this right here. I'm going to take that out. There's a redirect happening from somewhere else because it's not in there. And the other version, regular one right here, the SEO link building, the old one, will not redirect to the new one. It's redirecting to something else weird. To like the weird misspelled version of my name. Maybe I could try it one more time. I don't know where that other redirect's coming from. Might be coming from like HT Access or something. I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to tell where that comes from. I mean, it is what it is if it's not going to do it. I mean, if I can't figure out where this other redirect's coming from. It's kind of annoying, but... I think I can go into Yoast and see if there's anything in the HT Access. Let's go to Tools. No. Honestly, I have no idea how I can figure out where that's getting pulled from. There's another redirect plugin. Redirection. Maybe it's in there. Okay, so import, export maybe. Redirects. There's, oh, here they are. Okay, so see if there's any of that CHSAE link. Not in here. The only other thing I could think is in Yoast, because Yoast does redirects as well. It's not in there either. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay. So now, should be able to do this right. Boom, there we go. Now we'll index the correct version since the old version got changed over to the /blog format. And let's go back to here. We'll put the new URL in there. SEO audit template. Cross indexing on that. And then we'll go back to performance. And page, plug the new one in. Or the new query in. There we go. Do a quick tutorial on this because this is something that I think people should know. All right, what's up there, SEO pros? Really quickly, I'm going to show you how you can do some quick wins on your website with click-through rate optimization and keyword mapping. So this is something I'm doing on my own site right now. And basically what you do is you export your Search Console data like this. So what you go into Search Console, click out of everything, go by the last 3 months. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to export right here. Once you're in the query section of your of the Search Console. So you're going to export all this data like so. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take all of this right here. Sorry, don't mind this other stuff. Just this part, click-through rate, impressions, clicks, query, which is going to come from your Search Console data. And you're just going to plug that into a Google spreadsheet. So we'll just go here, boom, like so. And what I like to do is I like to assign values here based on sort of anything under a certain metric that I want for my website, or over a certain metric I want for my website. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be over or under for your website. Like let's say 3%, but it's just whatever works for you. For me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say anything, click-through rate, anything below 3%. So anything less than or equal to 3%. I'm going to put that in red. And then anything above position 5, like position 5 or higher, I'm going to say is also red, meaning that that's something I want to optimize, right? So greater than or equal to 5. Cool. So the only other thing that you can do here that you might want to think about is using something like Ahrefs to pull some extra data for you, like search rates and competition metrics like CPC, stuff like that. So the way you would do that is you would just sort by the first like 500 words. You'd copy all of these into Ahrefs like so. Keyword Content Explorer, or sorry, Keyword Explorer. Plug all those in there. All right, it looks like you can only do 250 at a time. You do 250 then. And then you would paste them in here, and then make sure that they're both sorted by alphabetical order so they line up. And then what will end up happening is you'll get something like this, where you'll be able to see the keyword difficulty, the volume, the CPC, the clicks, that kind of thing. Now, the reason why I like this is because for difficulty, if it's in it within a certain range that I want, and all three of these line up, then that's something I probably want to optimize. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that all three of these line up. So if you don't know what I'm saying here, let me explain it again. So here you can see for the keyword SEO Techniques 2018, I have 285 clicks, 5,600 impressions, a 0.71% click-through rate. So that's really low, right? That means I can probably change my title tag and get this to rank higher and get more clicks just by, including maybe some of these words in my title tag. Average position 8.48, so that means I should probably optimize this somehow, either maybe internal link to it more, add more content. It also really depends on the content average that I find, which the way I do that is I use my software to go see how many words and images and stuff I'm going to need for this keyword. And then difficulty 54. The reason why this is in green for me, 54, is because my domain is around 30 authority, and I usually target anything between nothing like usually higher than like 20 above that, or 30 if I'm feeling advantageous. So yeah, so these three things, if they line up, then that means it's something I probably want to optimize for. But again, if this is something that's too high of a difficulty and you don't want to tackle that, then change this equation to anything, let's say lesser than or equal to like 30 or lesser than or equal to 15, depending on where you're at. The third thing I do is, in order to find what URL I need to optimize for this keyword, is I'll just take the keyword, copy it in, and then I will press new, query, plug it in, and then I'll find the page that's ranking for that right here. So then I'll just take that URL, open it up, copy it, and then paste it into here so I know which one I need to optimize. Now, another thing that I'll probably just show you really quick is just me doing this again. So some of this is going to overlap like SEO audit template, SEO roadmap template, but of course I'm going to go for the one that's probably a little bit higher in terms of the clicks that I'll probably get from it. And the way I'm going to tell by that is by the amount of impressions and the amount of click-through rates. So here we have SEO audit template, 1,600 impressions, SEO audit template, in just that all together, SEO audit template, 7,000 impressions, 8% click-through rate, and then average position is at 14. So I'd probably want to go for something like this because there's probably, I could probably win more clicks and conversions by optimizing for something like that. However, I might get an easier win by trying to optimize for something that already has a low click-through rate, like SEO roadmap template, rather than something that already has a high click-through rate. It just really depends on what you want to do. So I'm going to go down and try to find some more. Let's just try SEO coaching. So again, if you know the pages on your website, you're going to know which of these correlate with sort of what you already are going for. Like, if some of these are already matching certain intents and you don't want to, try to map these to the same pages. But I know that SEO coaching is a different page than the other pages I already looked at. So I'm just going to select that. Again, we have 92 clicks, 8,000 impressions, 1% click-through rate, 16 average position, keyword difficulty 8. So that's really easy. And then search rate 50. So we'll just say I want to go for that. And then what I would do again is I would just take this, copy it, bring it in to here, new query, SEO coaching. And then I would grab that URL. And the other thing that I look at besides just, what we're already seeing, like, so for instance, look at that. That needs a redirect if that's what the old URL was, or if it's not showing up there anymore, because obviously, it's still here, but that's the old URL. So that could be another reason why it's not ranking as high. And again, I look at more than just like the stuff here, because by going in and seeing these different things, you're going to discover like, okay, is this, is multiple of these pages cannibalizing each other like this? Like, do we need to canonical them to one or redirect one to the other? And then also other things like content related averages, seeing if you have enough content depending on what other people are ranking for. And then also just overall page problems. Like, let's say we go into something like Sitebulb. take the URL. Whoops. Take the URL. Let's go to the new URL that it's supposed to be at over here. Plug it in here. I gotta go into the website. Boom. Search. So here we go. And then what it'll do is it'll give me any hints or anything that I need to fix on this page. So like, you know, has an internal link with no anchor text. Total page size is too big for mobile. 3G connection, so on and so on. And then I'll also use the Screaming Frog export that I have based on the other tutorial. If you haven't seen my Screaming Frog tutorial, I really recommend it, where I show you how to do conditional formatting so you can set all this stuff up. I can plug the URL in, and now I can highlight this and see if there's any on-page related problems I need to fix. So here's the title, SEO coaching, 68 title length. Looks like the meta description's too large. And then it looks like we are missing an H2 on the page, as well as the canonical. No, everything's good at the canonical link. And then we have all the in links. So there's only 102 compared to like something like the home page, which has a lot more. So it probably needs more in links going to it. And then here's all the Google Analytics stuff. So conversion values haven't really been set up for the page, which means we're not either tracking it or there's just not driving any, and we need to see why. Clicks are low, so there's only 9. Impressions are high, and then the click-through rate is low as well. So again, by having all these different things, I'm going to be able to get a large, in-depth look just by starting out with click-through rate optimization, going for the top ranking keywords early on, rather than going for a bunch of random stuff like, oh, we need to fix heading tags because we know that there aren't any. That's a really general thing. It's a lot better to look at like a case-by-case basis when you first start a website, especially when you're trying to make a good first impression on your client, and you want to show like them the quick wins where you can easily start bringing them up for keywords that they already have on their website. Now, again, this is for people who have websites that already have rankings or some rankings. This isn't going to fix a website with no rankings whatsoever. In that case, you need to figure out how to do some keyword research for your website, which is a completely different discussion. But that's it for today. I hope that was helpful for you. And until I see y'all next time, happy SEOing. All right, so there was that video. Chase, what is the main source of terms of lead generated at your company? Can you tell us top 5 resources that really help you in generating leads apart from YouTube? Facebook groups, Google, email, and remarketing. Those will be the ones. I'll do that video. I'm going to publish that video really quick. What's up there, SEO pros? Really quickly, I'm going to show you how you can do some quick wins on your website with click-through rate optimization and keyword mapping. So this is something I'm doing on my own site right now. And basically what you do is you export your Search Console data like this. So what you go into Search Console, click out of everything, go by the last 3 months. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to export right here. Once you're in the query section of your of the Search Console, so you're going to export all this data like so, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take all of this right here. Sorry, don't mind this other stuff. Just this part: click-through rate, impressions, clicks, query, which is going to come from your Search Console data. And you're just going to plug that into a Google spreadsheet. So we'll just go here. Just want to make sure this makes sense. Like so. And what I like to do is I like to assign values here based on sort of anything under a certain metric that I want for my website, or over a certain metric I want for my website. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be over or under for your website. Like let's say 3%, but it's just whatever works for you. For me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say anything, click-through rate, anything below 3%. I think that made sense for the most part. Why isn't my chat loading? Let me refresh this. There we go. All right. So let's go fix that redirect for that one page, because that's probably going to help us a lot.
This is why I use Grammarly to check my work.
So for that, we will go here, set up EPS redirect. Settings, EPS. Plug that in there. Grab that page, copy and paste. That one's fixed. Gotta still put that new URL in there. So SEO coaching. There it is. And rank and rent, that one's already doing really well. The one thing that we didn't really look at for these different pages is the conversion rates that we need to put in here. That's when you go into more like overall just data or SEO benchmarking. We can add that in here just so we know. So let's try to do that. So let's do one to the left and take this page and see what the current conversion rate is just by going to behavior, site, content, all pages. Search terms, actually, no, site content. Landing pages, maybe that's what it is. Yeah, there we go. So here we go. So this actually started getting a ton of new sessions, even though. Wait a second. How is that getting sessions if there's not? If that page wasn't up? That's really weird. Oh, this is the new. Okay, this is the new link building one. Got it. Got it. Okay. But that's not ranking for anything, so we want to go by organic traffic. Here we go. So organic traffic, we got 1.2% conversion rate on rank and rent, and this again is just the free conversion. It's not the paid conversion. So if we go to the paid conversion, we can't really exclude that one. I guess if we go by e-commerce, maybe that'll do it. No, we'd have to do it by course sign up. So we'll just say 0%. Link building 2018, we're just gonna do zeros because we don't have any data there. Actually, just do NA. Link building strategies. Let's go check. Actually, we're not doing that one. That's the SEO audit checklist template. We got to go to that. So on product pages, there's no free conversion. It's just paid. It's only free conversions on informational based pages. So this one is at, says 0%, which might be true. Might just be that there hasn't been any conversions. Yeah, so I think that's what it is. So why it's 0%, I don't know, but it's just what it is. Let's check out all sources really quick just to see if there's. So yeah, from all sources, there's 5. Actually pretty decent. I'm trying to compare data right now. Stop it. So 21% conversion rate there. That's pretty good. I mean, even though it's all sources, it's still pretty good. But again, this isn't many sources right now of incoming traffic. The home page is getting, I think, the most conversions. Let's see what it's getting. Click into there, go to conversions, goals, overview. Goal, reverse goal path for attribution. No, we don't want to see attribution. We want to see what the home page is generating. So I think the best way to do that is reverse goal path. I want to rank for a city, but my address that I am using is about 30 miles away. Will it hurt me trying to rank in the 3-pack? Yes, it'll be a lot harder, but it's still doable. It's still doable. That's pretty good too. SEO audit service, checklist, coaching, benchmarketer. You're most welcome. Isn't there a way to just choose the home page? Here we go. Rank and ref download. There we go. So that's one. One had SEO PDF download. One had SEO techniques. SEO audit service by. Entrance. So I guess entrance just means homepage. This is showing a lot less. Is this only for... There used to be a way to see what all your conversions were. Oh, okay, wait, goal. SEO roadmap template by event SEO audit service by. It doesn't really tell you anymore though. Only thing I can see is reverse goal path, which I mean, this is just weird. I don't know. Maybe you can do it under behavior, events, pages. It's weird you can't see like which pages are driving which conversions anymore. I mean, I can filter individually if I just do it one by one, I guess. I guess that's how you have to do it. So site content, all pages, or landing pages, I mean. Just filter the goals one by one. So SEO roadmap by. I have all zeros. Doesn't make sense because there was a bunch that were bought. This is so weird. It like doesn't. Search console, landing pages, maybe we'll do it. That's only going to be organic conversions. I just don't know what's going on with the conversion tracking. It's annoying. Oh, I know one thing. I go here. Whoops. Ah. Why is that? Can I do a new tip? All right, so what's up, SEO pros? 2019 is about to be here, and I'm sure some of you have 2018 based content. I'm going to show you sort of how you need to look at relaunching that content and basically some things you can do to rank before your competitors, and then also how you can rank higher than you were previously hopefully ranking for in 2018. So you can see here I have White Hat SEO 2018. This is an article that I'm going to show you how much traffic it's bringing in. It's not too bad of traffic, and I'm going to try to figure out how to make this better based on the things I was just telling you. So I'm going to copy this link right here. I'm going to go to Search Console. I'm going to go to Page, and I'm going to plug this URL into Search Console. So I press Apply. You can see here it says in the last 3 months, 465 clicks. So again, not too much. So we're going to click into that URL, and then we're going to go click into Queries. And now what we're going to see is all the different things that it's getting clicks for. So White Hat SEO Techniques 2018, White Hat SEO, so on and so on. So you can export this data like this, and you can do some filtering, sort of like how I was showing you guys in one of my previous tutorials on this channel. It was the video before this one. Or you can just eyeball it. And for the most part, you don't really need to do all that data filtering. I would say, you know, if you only have like a few phrases ranking, what you need to look at is your current click-through rate for those phrases versus the amount of impressions you're getting and the position. So what I mean by this is if I look at White Hat SEO Techniques 2018, I got 187 clicks, 26% click-through rate with only 710 impressions. So that's not a whole lot. Now, if I look at something else like White Hat SEO, there's 13,000 impressions, 0.5% click-through rate, 14 position. So obviously if I could raise that up, I'm going to be able to get more clicks, right? Now, the problem with this is if you look at the keyword difficulties for these different keywords, this is going to be significantly more competitive than if I were to try to rank for the thing that I'm already ranking for, right? So you also want to figure out if the thing that you're trying to rank for is even worth going for. So 53 keyword difficulty, and I don't really have that high of a domain authority. Let's say I have 26, so, or domain rating. So I might want to go for something that's a little bit easier, but harder than the one that I'm currently going for, right? So White Hat SEO Techniques 2018, we'll check out that keyword difficulty. And again, I'm using Ahrefs for this. That one doesn't even have a search difficulty. It has only 10 volume, right? Super low. Let's check out, but again, it also doesn't have that much historical data, so it's probably not a good thing to search on Ahrefs. And then if we look at, let's say, SEO Techniques 2018, go over here. Where is it? Here. So 60 search volume, 29 difficulty, right? So that's probably something I want to go for 2019, not the one that's too difficult but also not the one that's too easy, right? Because again, this content has the page that's ranking has some authority to it. If I take the page that I'm trying to rank, I plug it into Ahrefs, you can see it has 21 UR, which means that it'll probably most likely rank if I can, on the first page, if I can switch this targeting over. Now, how do I switch the targeting over? Now, I probably will, again, take this keyword, the main phrase I want to target, switch it to 2019, and then optimize around that based on sort of, the averages that I find for this keyword. I'll talk about how I do that in a second, but the first thing I want to do is just go edit the post. I'm going to change the targeting by first changing the title. Edit post. I'm going to go into the title of the post right here, and I'm going to take the main keywords and pull them to the left. Oops. Copy there. Pull them in. There it is. Do some capitalization. So what I like to do as well is I like to take the semantic variations that the post is also showing up for and put that in there. So you can see white hat SEO, SEO tips, link building. Although I have another poster on link building, so I'm not going to put that. So I'm going to say white hat SEO tips that work. And I might put 100 white hat SEO tips that work. So that's re-optimized because this is the main subject, but it still has semantic variations in there of the main keywords. As far as adding all of the phrases you need to add in here to make it as relevant as possible, I'm going to change this over to techniques as well, just so we can get that bolding in the search results. Copy that, plug this in here. And then we'll just change this over to techniques, white hat SEO. SEO techniques. So again, I need to change this over to 2019. And anything that's in the post as well that says 2019. One of the other things you might want to consider is adding more content, relaunching the content with more like new content in there. So like adding more tips and whatever else you want to do to improve that post. There we go, 2018. Place that 2019. And then wherever else you're going to see it. So I'll do that myself. I'm not going to do all this in front of you, but you get the point. So there we go. Now what we're going to do is, again, to optimize like the actual content itself, what you can do is you can use, I really like Cognitive SEO, the content analyzer they have. There's different services you can use, but you can go into their tool, you can plug in all of your content, it'll tell you what other semantic variations of words you need to put in there. I don't know if that's exactly necessary as long as you're sort of meeting what the content averages are. So the way I do it to make it really easy on myself is I'll just take the thing that I'm trying to rank, let's just say it's this post over here, take the page, grab that, take the new keyword that I'm trying to rank for. Now I'm going to keep it 2018 because obviously we don't have any data for 2019 yet. Nobody's really trying to rank for that. So we'll just plug that in there, let it crawl. And while that does its thing, we'll just look at SEO techniques 2019 to see if anybody else is doing this yet. And the reason why this is really effective, yeah, you can see some people are starting to do that, and even Cognitive SEO, the one I was telling you about. The thing that makes this really effective is usually when people are targeting something like this. Let's just copy that exact phrase. So you can see only like one person has that exact match in their title. This one has sort of the exact match, but it's not exactly. what ends up happening is it's easier to rank it, and then you start getting user metric signals early on, which again makes things easier to rank for because you are already getting those user metric. You're sort of like the one who ranked for it first, so it makes it easier to rank for it long term rather than trying to wait and then go for it once everybody else goes for it. So once this is done, all we would do is we just press get detailed example. It will give us all of the content averages we need, and then we would just say, okay, for this post, we're going to need 500 more words. We're going to need 3 more outlinks. We're going to need whatever else, right? Some other things that we can do as well to check out, how this thing's ranking is to actually do the Screaming Frog technique that I have in a video. If you guys haven't seen it, go look up my Screaming Frog tutorial. You can actually filter by the URL you want to go for, bring it into Screaming Frog, and then actually see if there's anything that you need to fix. So like the meta description's too long, you can see there, so we need to shorten that. The number of inlinks is really low, or outlinks is really low, really high. And the reason for that is because we're linking to a lot of other people who contributed to the post. And then the inlinks, let me see if I can find the inlinks. Unique inlinks, there we go. Oops, I lost the page. Where was it? It was right here. I think this is it, yeah. So the unique inlinks, there's only 8, right? So that means there's only 8 pages pointing to this page. So if we could simply add another, 20 or 30 pages in linking to this page, it'll probably rank a lot higher just by the simple concept of passing PageRank. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial and got some value from it. And now you know what to do if you have a bunch of pages ranking in 2018 and you need to get them to rank in 2019. So until I see y'all next time, happy SEOing. All right. If you're waiting, if you need to do this for your client, SEO, one SEO task you need to do for next year. It's a good one. All right, I'll upload that video now. All right, so what's up, SEO pros? 2019 is about to be here, and I'm sure some of you have 2018 based content. I'm going to show you sort of how you need to look at relaunching that content and basically some things you can do to rank before your competitors, and then also how you can rank higher than you were previously, hopefully ranking for in 2018. So you can see here, I have White Hat SEO 2018. This is an article that I'm going to show you how much traffic it's bringing in. It's not too bad of traffic, and I'm going to try to figure out how to make this better based on the things I was just telling you. So I'm going to copy this link right here. I'm going to go to Search Console. I'm going to go to Page, and I'm going to plug this URL into Search Console. So I press apply. You can see here it says in the last 3